Good morning. Um, it's Sunday morning. Yesterday I went and picked up the fabric, and I'm going to show you something. I thought this was absolutely adorable. It is a rather loose, it's a knit piece of fabric, but it has all the zodiacs on it. And this was some of that fabric I picked up. And I thought, that's going to make a cute little scarf, so I'm going to turn that into a scarf. But she had a lot of cottons that were just beautiful cottons. She also had some fun fur. I couldn't use the fun fur. And, but I know someone who makes, not fun fur, fake fur, who makes, teddy bears to give to the state troopers and things like that to put in their vehicles for children. So, I got that to her. And then there were a couple of pieces that were home dec that will be great for bags. So that was I was able to keep that. There were some knits in there that I just couldn't use, but I have a lady that makes all kinds of different things with knit fabric as a sewist. So I called her and dropped those off yesterday after washing them at the laundromat. And then there was one piece of this blue vinyl. It was absolutely beautiful. And I'm like, oh, that's going to make a nice bag. Bottom to the bag and the straps and some accents on the bag. So, yeah, I kept it. There was some batting in there. The only thing that I couldn't use at all and couldn't find any use for was some really loose woven red burlap. So I did wind up taking that to Goodwill so that someone might be able to use that. But other than that, it was beautiful items. There was this big, huge piece of knit fabric that I could use, and I am going to use because I also make sewn breast prostheses. So that it was the right color for the breast prosthesis, and so I've got a big batch of knit fabric to work with for that. And it's the right kind of knit for the breast prostheses that are sewn with the micro beads in them. So, yeah. And then, after I picked up all that stuff and divided it out and, washed and divided it out, delivered, I also had to go to Dollar Tree because I needed spatula. I have been burning my hands with the steam on the iron, the fingers, while I'm, making the mass. So thought I'm going to stop and get me a spatula. And of course, while I was there, I also need another box of these. I use these a lot for the porch pickups, those kind of things. I put their items in a gallon Ziploc and then hang these on the door. And sometimes they take the bags. Most of the time, they follow the directions, open the bag, take out their items. They're in the Ziploc bag, and then put the money, in the bag if they're going to put money in there, or if they have a donation of some kind. Because sometimes people, like the one lady, she said, I don't sew anymore, but I have a lot of cotton fabric. Can you use that? And I'm like, yeah. So she filled the bag full of cotton fabric that I've been able to make masks for, to go out to some of the facilities. And then at Dollar Tree, my Dollar Tree for the first time had yarn like this. So I got full box, and it's the Just Yarn, that's by Premier, and it's got 131 yards, and it's acrylic. So I picked out 4 of each color that they had because I thought that'll make a cute little baby blanket. Like I have time to crochet. What can I say? Oh, it's crazy. And you know, when I was at the laundromat, there was this fellow that's wearing his mask down under his nose, just above his mustache. I said to him, you know, that's not doing you or anybody else any good. Well, I can't wear it up over my nose. I can't breathe. Well, honey, then maybe you need to let them wash your clothes and not endanger the rest of us. There's a little girl in there, you know, and she was young enough to where she doesn't need to wear a mask with her mom. But her mom was trying, you know, only had her in there when she was moving the clothes from the washer to the dryer, that kind of thing. But I told him, I said, I bet you wear condoms with the tip cut off too. So we had a little discussion. He got mad. He yelled at me. The attendant came out and told him, if you're not going to wear the mask correctly, you need to leave the store. And I told him, I said, listen, I know it takes getting used to. However, it's for the safety of others. How do we know that you're not a carrier? You know. And then you hear all these new things, you know, that just by talking, you know, that goes farther than just breathing. You can infect others that way. I'm like, yeah, keep it up. So, it's crazy, folks. It's just crazy out there. But then I got stopped at the post office because I had to drop off some packages to go out, and I got some Happy Mail. Now, it didn't have anybody's name in it other than my name, so I don't know who sent this. And they sent not just one, but two. But when I got home and I was opening them, you know, my husband's like, what is that? Is that your elastic? I said, honey, I don't have the elastic going to the P.O. box. I said, and besides that, there's two. There's the same size. That's about coffee mug size. And then I opened them up, pulled them out, and I started crying. He goes, why are you crying? I said, because it's sweet. You know, sometimes he just doesn't understand that. And yesterday was one of those days where it was, to be honest, because I was out doing everything that I had to do, you know, wearing the mask and everything. And I thought, I don't know if this is paying off. I don't know if I'm doing enough. Yeah, isn't it funny how we do that to ourselves? You know, we start, I don't do enough. I have to do more. And, you know, it's kind of like that time I told the pastor, you know, I feel like I have to save the world. And that's a crazy thought. But then again, I have some crazy thoughts in my head, so. But whoever sent this, thank you. I would appreciate either an email or a text or private message through Facebook letting me know so I can thank you properly, because I'm loving this. And Thomas goes, well, why'd they send two? I said, maybe because they knew I was married. Maybe because they knew you are helping too. Because, yeah, but I just cut the wire and wrap it and turn. I said, yeah, but you also come upstairs and tell me to take a break. So you are helping in a different way. But yeah, thank you. And you know, yesterday I talked about the thing with Nick Grape. And I know some of you are real excited about making them. I just thought that it was one of those things that you need to be pre-warned that when you do go do your dye and you go to look at Rebecca at Kim Knits, you actually look for a base that is close to what you are working with. Because they do take the dye up a little differently. There are different temperatures and those kind of things. And I'd hate to see you felt your yarn. Even though it's superwash, it can be felted. How do I know? I did it once. Because you know, I thought, well, I had taken all the notes off Kimnet's, and it's close enough. It's about the same kind of yarn. It's superwash. It's blah, blah, blah. So, yeah. I just wanted to pre-warn you that you need to actually look for the base when you look at some of Kimnet's, Rebecca's tutorials. And she has a ton of them. And they're fantastic. And I've done quite a few of them. I have done the one where you take the black Wilton's dye and you break it down. You know, you break it into purples, blues. It's stunning when it comes out. So, but you know, like I said, the first couple of times I wasn't happy with what I got. And I thought I had done, you know, like she said. And when I go back and I look at it, I said, yes, I did do it, but obviously I didn't use enough color or too much color or something. So just be pre-warned and, you know, double check, make sure you're doing it the correct way. And that's all I have for you today, other than everybody have a great day, and I'll see you again Tuesday. Bye.